a primal call. Up the road, you stand up tall. Through the mire, your spirit flies beneath the cold, unforgiving skies. Highlander assault, the challenge waits over walls and through the gates. With every stride, a warrior's might, pushing onward day and night. Frozen rivers, icy spray, wash the doubt and fear away. Battered, bruised, but spirit strong, where you truly now belong. Highlander assault, the challenge waits over walls and through the gates. With every stride, a warrior's might, pushing onward day and night.
All right, Highlanders, it's been a long time. I'll go ahead and bring on our big guy here. We got little Irish Matt coming on scene here in just a second.
Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons.
There he
But
is.
every man
Hello, lad.
must
How you doing?
stand behind the men behind the wire. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons. But every man.
I had to get a little bit of that in before we started.
Lovely.
What's going on?
Not much, man. Just out doing a bit of work yesterday with you, as you know, and yard work today. That's me, really. You know, just living the life, living the dream, American dream.
Wow.
Just out cutting my lawn, doing my yard work, and you know, making
you
sure.
You look a lot better than the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I think I got a new Ryobi, and you know, I got new, yeah. Although I do like that picture. I'm aiming for that. I mean, chicks dig it apparently. It's been gaining
Dad bod.
a lot of traction. Yeah. So
Yeah, we use AI at Highlander Assault here and there, so I hope it doesn't offend anybody. All right.
I love a bit of AI. I really do. I love a bit of AI.
AI is fun, man.
It is
Come
fun.
on.
Bit of crack, as they say.
It sure is, man.
How are you doing?
All right. So I've been doing Highlander stuff, ordering stuff for the race. We're getting ready to go.
Yeah.
Signs are in. We got everything going. We did a lot yesterday. We got quite a bit of obstacles all set up. So happy about that. So we were not out at Docks in McHenry, where we used to be, or Holiday Hills as it was. We're at our new location in Pingree Grove, Goberts. It's just 2 miles north or south of Interstate 90. So it'll be a lot easier for most of you guys to get there. Even people coming from Wisconsin. I know Jason, one of our owners, he actually has a faster way to get to Goberts than he did with Holiday Hills. So that's going to be good for the racers. What are your thoughts on the new venue?
I really like it, Chad. You know, change is always scary for people, isn't it? You know, any change, whether you get a new job or, you know, child arrives on the scene at the front door and the stork drops it in the basket, you know, and now you're a father. It's all of a sudden a new change is something that people are skeptical about. And honestly, I was a bit too. But now that I'm out there and I'm working around the land that we have the opportunity to work on and to put our race on, I'm feeling a lot more confident, as I'm sure you are. But just the facilities we have alone, I'm sure we'll talk about that further on into the video. It's so organized, not to say that Docks wasn't, but it had that post-apocalyptic sort of touch to it, which a lot of people liked. You know, don't get me wrong, I liked it too. And you had you had the village there, and then you had a motocross, and then you had forest, and you had flat land, and you had cornfields, and there was definitely a variety. But this one now, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be, as a racer, not only I'm speaking as a racer too. I think it's going to be a really fun one. I like the obstacles. I'm not a big runner, but I've got into running a little bit more and enjoying it a little bit more. So it's got a mixture of both this time around. And the owner of our partners that we're working with are obviously really on board with it too, really invested, again, obviously, and invested in not only us, but building obstacles for their people, all the people that come to Goberts. So they're building their obstacles for us, for our Highlander crew, and for the Goberts crew, and for any new people that want to join us. So with all that said, I'm just real excited about it, and being out there in the middle of an active farm, it's really cool, It's something that I'm really enjoying, and I look forward to going out to it. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, so that brings me to another point. If you guys have any questions about, the changeover or anything with the new race, obstacle questions, anything, feel free to comment in the comment section there. We'll be glad to answer those while we're on. But that being said, with the new layout, obviously we're going to have a new course.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
It's going to be a lot of running, and there's going to be, as Trish alluded to there, it is for the runners, it's going to be fast, but we hope to slow you down with some obstacles and heavier carries and things like that. So we're aware.
Longer carries as well.
Longer carries, yeah, and more fun. I like the carry personally. I like the heavier stuff as opposed to the running. That's just my personal opinion. But those lads that like to do both and just sprint at it and go at it hard, they're going to have fun. But we're going to try and slow you down as much as possible. So, people think, I think when they think cornfields and flat, it'll just be a breeze, I'll run through. But as I said, Jake and the clan over at Goberts have definitely got great obstacles. And of course, our run-of-the-mill obstacles, we've got the tilted kilt's always going to be there. The buckler is one that really slows people down. It's not going to be easy. It never is. We're not going to make it to the point. I know some races do make it to the point where it's almost impossible. We're not big fans of that. We want it to be possible, but with a hint of a challenge, And I think, I think it's going to be a good race. I think we're going to get good times at it. There's going to be mud. There's going to be a few little hills here and there. And again, when people think cornfields, they think just flat. But we got some stuff in store for you boys and girls.
Yeah, going to be some new obstacles. You guys will see that stuff as we build it. With the course layout too, a lot of people, because we've changed our distances, so we have a 5 and a 15K. Mm-hmm. So the way it's going to work is Matt's got it set up where the 5K is closer in towards the village area, and then you break off from the 5K and you're running for for another 10K. There's plenty of obstacles on that course as well. So, in the past, sometimes, people with Highlander at our last location, there wasn't as many obstacles in that 15K, but we've tried to add more into there. So
yeah,
you'll do that 10K separate, and then you'll come back and almost meet pretty close to where you took off and then finish up the 5K. So you're not doing multiple laps, which is a plus. I know a lot of people don't like going through the finish line and then going back out and doing the same thing over. So this will be all different stuff the whole way through for the 15K. You couple people that are doing unlimited laps, obviously you understand that you'll be doing multiple obstacles, multiple
Big shout out to John Jockey. Sorry to interrupt you. He's just joined the chat. When I think of multiple laps, I think of Johnny Boy, know. So hello, John.
Well, just on a side note, we weren't going to have multiple laps, but John's very persuasive, so we added that in just to make sure he got his stuff going there. So,
and he's a sponsor of ours too, isn't he?
Oh yeah, big sponsor. Yep. So
we will go above and beyond for anybody that wants to sponsor, and it's not too late to get involved. If you want to throw us a few dollars, we're all We'll always.
Oh, hey, Matt, DJ Dave, our MC at the start line this year. He is on board watching the live right now. Dave, we're excited to work with you, and this should be a lot of fun. I hope you got a kilt for the Highlander Assault, because a lot of us are wearing kilts out there. So if
I'll
not,
bring you one. If you don't have one, I'll bring them one. I've got an extra couple.
We have plenty of loaners for you, so be prepared. Don't wear any socks like polka dots and stuff, because everybody's going to see those.
Just don't be getting any stains in the back of it, you know. I want it back in the same way I found it.
All right, we got John, we got Trish, Dave. Oh, Dave has a kilt, he says. Awesome.
Oh, good lad, Dave.
That's awesome.
Good stuff.
He's laughing.
Speaking of where Dave's going to be, they're going to be surrounded by wonderful facilities. We, you talked about the previous place. We had the village. Everybody loves the village, and you got that big ass fire going. Here, we're going to have all kinds of vendors, all kinds of food. You're going to have beer. You're going to have things for your kids to do. There's playgrounds. Chad, I'm sure I'm missing some stuff, but the parking as well is free. A wonderful parking spot. You're not going to be stuck in the middle of grass or whatever. It's just a fantastic setup, very professional, and that's what we aim for, you know.
Plenty of stuff. There's a giant tent, so if you want to eat, in the shade or whatnot, or God forbid it starts raining or whatever, you'll have a place to go. Big giant shelter there. 2 drink facilities, I believe, on site.
That's right.
He's got mobile trailers for food vendors. Those are his own food vendors out at Gobert's. So I'm sure the market will be open.
Berserker Brew will be there too if you want to eat coffee before or after or in the middle.
Yep, absolutely. So race teams, let me know if you're coming out with the tent so we can make sure we're putting you in the right place. We'll take care of that. And then, so we talked about a little bit about the course layout. Anything about the obstacles that you want to talk about?
Well, just touching off of the course layout, there's going to be a lot less tape this year. We don't need it as much. So look out for signs. You're going to see a lot of signs, arrows. Just look for arrows and stick to your arrows. That's what I'm going to tell you. Obstacle wise, we have, we got the old faithful, we have our tilted kilt, which is my favorite, obviously. And we're going to have the rope climb. We've got a lot of walls. We've a lot of gates. We got the guillotines and a lot of these things. Actually, we built quite a few new ones, and they're all going to look real sexy this year. We got them all black and yellow. They're looking pretty good. So there's going to be a real focus on good obstacles and presentation as well. Let's see, what else did I like? I like the buckler. I'm a big fan of the buckler. I remember when we first bought it and we brought it, and I tried to do it, and I got it in my first run, and it felt good. Gauntlet's going to be there. We're going to have a couple of low rigs. That's goes without saying, and then we'll have our old faithful. We'll have the Scottish hammers. We'll have the Atlas stones for Big Wolf and the boys that like to lift those heavy things. Caber carry is a go. It's always going to be there, and Chad, I don't think I'm missing anything with that. We're going to have our barbed wire. We'll have our
So you were talking about Jake over at Gobert's, trying to help us recreate some of the obstacles that were favorites. Obviously, we don't have the big pink ball castles in the woods, so they're going to be recreating the scale the wall, the rock climbing wall. They're going to build a Rapunzel wall with the ropes. That'll be all brand new. Black Watch will be out on the 15K.
Of course,
it might be 4 lanes this time. You'll have your rope climb out on the 5K. That's going to be rebuilt, so that'll be out there. Let's see. Let me look at the list here.
The catapult is going to be there too, or hit the castle. If you guys remember that one, where you pull the tennis ball and hit the castle one ball at a time.
That's been upgraded as well. And then obviously the longbow archery will be involved there too. I think we got 2 low rigs. We got Gauntlet. We got the 2 buckler and tilted kilt that you talked about. Slosh tubes, that's new this year. So we'll have the slosh tubes. That's a carry. The rec bag carry is going to be brutal on the 15K. I think that's a 1/4 mile carry, isn't it? Something like that.
It is, yeah. But getting back to the slosh tubes, that is, for me, that's just as a hats off to Warx. Warx do a wonderful job. And I saw the slush tubes, and nobody likes to copy obstacles and blah blah blah. But there's only so much you can do. So it's not like we're copying. This one is just it's almost a hats off to those guys. So they're going to be the Warx slush tubes. Let's call them that unofficially. But they're going to be pretty good. We got a little circle for those. I always liked them too. I mean, if anybody did Warx, they had those hills, and I think it felt like a mile you were carrying them for, but they went down pretty well, and there's a lot of good feedback about those. So we figured, you know what, let's throw them in. If people like them, we'll give people what they like.
There'll be some mud trenches in there. The balance beam over the mud trenches. We got the new one. You might have seen this at like a Tough Mudder or Savage or a Spartan.
Never heard of it. Are they races?
Gladiator Assault Challenge has it, but the fence over the water where you have to traverse it, kind of like this, got about 2 inches of air there between you and the water. That's going to be fun.
Can you do that again? I missed that. Can you do that again? It's like what? Sorry.
Just like this. We're bringing back the Z wall, so we're going to try to get that built this next week. So we'll have the Z wall back. But you'll see pretty much everything you saw at the old Highlander plus more. So you're not going to miss obstacles. We'll create some terrain as well. So it will be faster course, but it's different for you. It's going to be fun. The village is going to be amazing. I can't wait to get in there and start coming up with ideas for that. So
I think just having people hanging around, and a lot of people do like to hang around at Highlander and our previous event. But I think in this case, there's hotels close by, and so anybody that's coming in from further afield, have no fear. There's plenty of places to stay. We do not offer camping this year, but that could be something we could talk about further down the line. But for this year, we're not going to do that. But I'm 110% sure that people are going to want to just hang around before and after. Get in early, make sure you register, get your registration done or whatever. But afterwards, it's just going to be a great time. There's just so much going on, And for spectators, so if you're bringing your family members, bring them all with you. This time around, they're not going to be standing in the field, waiting for you. We'll have to figure out if we can go out onto the course and have people go out and take photos. I think it shouldn't be a problem. But even for those ones that aren't running, that are bringing kids with them or family members, older or younger, there's just going to be so much for people to do. And it's just going to be a lovely family event, which is what we essentially want here. We want to bring everybody together for a good day's solid quality fun.
Yeah, so as far as spectators go, there should be no issue. The 5K is pretty much located in a lot of the pick areas and stuff where people would be walking anyway, so you should have no problem, and that's where the majority of the obstacles are, so that should be good. One difference this year as opposed to the other location is, and it could be a little controversial, is the parking fee. So Gilbert's does not do parking fees like the last location. They do have a spectator fee, however. So if you're by yourself or you're driving with your buddies to go run the race, you save $10 on parking. But if your wife's coming along, it's going to cost her $10 to get in. So that's for everybody over, I think, 3 or 4 years of age. But if you're bringing the little ones, they're probably going to be running the Family Frenzy, which was going to be my next topic. So after we're done with the big course, we'll take a good hour-and-a-half to 2-hour break, and during that time I'll have contests inside the village area where you can win some Highlander Assault prizes. Thinking I'll see if Jake's on board. Maybe we can do a beer stein holding contest. I think that'd be fun. Maybe some plank contests, stuff like that. So we'll make it fun while we're waiting for them to set up the Family Frenzy. If you're not familiar what that is, it's a 3K event for all ages, so you can take your kids out, your wife, your husband, get out there, have a blast, laughing, joking, running, having a good time. And then those people also get a t-shirt and a medal at the end, just like the bigger races. But that kicks off around 2 o'clock. We're going to try to stagger it. I believe right now we'll probably send off 20 people like every 10 minutes after 2 o'clock just to get those knocked out. We might, if I can get some people to the start line and the course is done earlier, ideally we can start sending them off at about 1:40, and then we can get those all done by 2 at the start line. And then that's Family Frenzy. So you have the 5K to choose from, you have 15K to choose from open heats, and then you have Family Frenzy. We also have an endurance elite, an endurance competitive heat and an elite competitive heat. The difference is the elite's 5K, the endurance is 15K. There's prizes for competitive. So the elite heat, the winners will get throwing axes. The second and third will get daggers, and then for the endurance heat, they get the new McLeod longsword. It's a Scottish claymore sword, and it's probably about, I want to say it's almost a foot longer than the last swords we have. It's huge. So that's going to be cool. And then we also will present a sword to the largest team. So get your group together, get them out, come out and run. For those of you that might be watching this that haven't signed up, since you were nice enough to grace us with your presence, if you use code USA20, that'll save you 20% off. That's good for another week, and then we're closing it down. So you got to get signed up real quick here to get that deal. Otherwise, that's going to be the last one that we put out. And say you're a little tight on funds, we can always use volunteers. Volunteers will get a free race, but they must volunteer for 4 hours. So whether that's during build week, but ideally we'd rather have you out in the morning to help us out on the course. We can always use volunteers for obstacles. Say you're injured and you just want to come out and have a good time, come on out and volunteer. We'll grab a chair for you, bring it out to the obstacle. You can be part of the fun and then hang out with us afterwards in the village.
Or if you're racing and you know somebody and you're like, oh, maybe my wife could sit at an obstacle, and that way she'll see me when I run past and do this particular obstacle. I've seen a lot of people do that one. They brought their friends out and say, you know what, bring yourself a little 6-pack and throw it in your bag and sit there at the obstacle and whatever, or a flask of tea.
He needs water, 6-pack of water.
Oh, of course, water. That's what I meant, a 6-pack of water. And then just sit there and do, just chill out, take some photos if you want. And we're always looking for people like that, So there's so many ways to be involved.
Yep. So get on out, volunteer. You can go to HighlanderAssault.com. There's a volunteer tab. Fill that out. And, if you're iffy, you can let us know on race day. You pop in, say, hey, I wouldn't mind volunteering. Just go to the check-in. They'll take care of you.
Big Trish there. Trish will look after you. Top dog.
Let's see. So that brings us into, I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and, let's put our poll up here real quick.
You have a poll?
We got a poll.
Speaking of polls, I hope the Polish lads come. Artsy.
Oh, yeah. Those guys are awesome.
Oh, they're brilliant.
Oh, wrong
What
one.
we got here? What are you most excited to see at the new Highlander Assault location?
Sorry.
The new village, new obstacles, change in the course, or under the kilt?
Let me know if that popped up in your comments so that you can vote. We'll see what happens. So while they're looking at that, Matt, why don't we go ahead and go into top class?
Yeah. Top class. Well, how about this for a change, lad? You go first. Or did you have a top class in mind, or you want me to go with it? Because I have one in mind.
I was going to say Goberts. I was going to say them. But
It's almost like you read my mind and we didn't talk before that to decide what top class was. I think Goberts is also top class I just think the energy that they have towards this, the
Right.
partnership that they had with us or have with us, the potential for like bigger and better things. They want to see how well this one does, and then we'll grow and grow and grow, obviously. So I just like the energy that they have. I love the location. I love that it's so clean and laid out well and organized, even as far down as our office, if you will, where we have all our gear and everything. It's just very organized, centralized, and I'm almost now used to it, but I can definitely get used to it very quickly. We have everything in a centralized location, which allows us to be more productive and efficient. And for me, that is top class. You know, if you have a partner like that that's willing to work with you, and he was, you know, we said we need a Connex box or two. He dropped it in a couple of days. He had us one there. Anything we need, boom. Uh, Obstacle ideas, we'll present, and he'll talk about it, or they'll talk about it, and Jake in particular, and then maybe bounce a couple of ideas back and forth, and that's just good. You know, it's like a conference room. You know, you've got ideas coming back and forth, and there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and yeah, that's for me, that's top class. Your
No, I'm
thoughts?
with you. I'm with you on that. I think just the fact that it was like no question about like helping us set up and
Yeah.
giving us those ideas, getting out on the course to lay it out, feedback. You know, everything's been awesome. So I look forward to seeing what they bring on race day as well. So I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised. If you haven't been out there, it's Gobert's Farm in Pingree Grove.
Do it your Facebook.
Yeah, it's just south of 90 and south of Huntley. If you know where Huntley is, it's about 2 miles south of there. Look for the big pumpkin. They already got the farmers market open, so stop by, get some fresh produce. And then once you guys come out on race day, they got all kinds of shops and things in there. It's pretty amazing.
Right.
Bathrooms, everything. So
It is.
it's going to be a culture shock as opposed to where we were before. You know, a lot more amenities, running water, all that stuff. So you guys will be
Toilet.
pleasantly surprised. Toilets.
But you know, Chad, this is Highlander in a nutshell, though. I mean, you know, you guys started it. I jumped on board. We're always moving forward. We're always thinking ahead. We're always thinking about our racers and our racing family and ourselves, you know. And this is just something that we've been working on for a long time, and it's our end goal, you know, to have a wonderful race, a wonderful experience, good memories that you can look back on. So, you know, this is Highlander in a nutshell, and people shouldn't be going, well, you're moving to a different location. It's you're moving up. It's the next level thing. It's a step in the right direction. We're never resting on our laurels. Let me put it that way, you know, because once you get stagnant and you stay in the same place and you're doing the same thing, people might like that. You know, there's comfort in familiarity, I suppose. But you know, here at Highlander, we like to keep things moving in the right direction and move with the times. And a lot of people have given us feedback, and we've answered that, and here we are.
Yep, no, I agree. I'm excited. That being said, guys, we're going to start posting stuff to get you excited. So hopefully this week I can get out. They're building the permanent obstacles this week. So I'm going to try to get out, get you guys some photos. We will be out in Strong Force starting this coming weekend. And we'll get you a lot of video footage, and we'll do some lives out there, Matt. Anything else as far as that goes?
I'm really looking forward to this maze. I always like the corn maze, but particularly a strenuous one where it's going to be a challenge and a difficult one. It's not just, you know, a maze where you're running through the corn. This is going to be real difficult. I like that, but to put my finger on one thing, Chad, no, I don't have one thing. I think it's just going to be brilliant. I think we're going to have a fantastic event. I'm happy because I don't have to tape as much, because it's going to be fairly straightforward. You know, that being said, though, everybody should definitely, you know, watch where you're running and pay attention to the signposts and markers. That's always a given, you know. But I got nothing more. I think we touched on everything, you know. Just looking forward to people coming out. Volunteers are always a must. Bring your families and bring your friends, and let's kick some ass and have a good ass time.
Absolutely. Real quick before we go, let's just make sure we didn't miss any comments. We already said hi to John. Yes, Trish, that was the Highlander song at the beginning. If you joined us later, go back and watch it. It's an amazing song.
It is. It's only $15 online if you buy it. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll send it to you. If you pay full price, we'll send you the free version.
Yeah.
We talked to Dave, the DJ. Let's see.
Dave might be Polish with a last name like that. He might know the Polish lads.
Maybe.
Barsic? Dave Barsic? Am I right in saying that? Barsic?
I'm not sure. We'll have to ask him.
Well,
when
we got a
see
lot
him.
of people coming out. We got Canadians, we got Americans, we got Europeans coming out to this one. There's going to be a very diverse crowd. So
So
you
Eddie
know anybody
LeMay says, Eddie LeMay
Eddie
says
LeMay?
he's just excited to hug me and kiss you.
See that?
Oh, you guys are dorks.
Eddie, if you come out and volunteer, I promise you, I'll give you a little walkie-talkie, and you can give me a shout when you get hungry or thirsty, and we'll bring water out to you, or we'll bring you back. We'll look after you, Eddie.
Oh, yeah, we won't leave you out there, buddy. All right, man. On that note, guys, we got to get some rest. We got a lot of work coming up in the next week. So if you got any questions, shoot us a message. We'd be glad to answer that. In the meantime, you guys take care. Get ready for race day. Matt, anything?
No, just excited
All right.
now that Eddie's going to be there. I probably won't sleep tonight. It's like Christmas. You know, when you look forward to Christmas, it's like that.
I hear you, man. All right, kids. We'll see you guys all next time.
Bye.